securing myself for late and giving me that option, but I am giving the ball to the enemy team and I cannot be in control. So it all depends, like, it's all about how the team wants to play. I'd be more on the Slardar boat. I feel it's easier to play that way, but just farm and wait for late game, I guess, with Enigma.
Yeah, and I think one of the big advantages of Slardar is that this is one of the big weaknesses with Leshrac is your armor, so it just further enables Alina to be able to stand her ground and just win those man fights at the late game. Lifestealer is one of the better strength heroes just because how you can itemize with like armlet. AC is not the worst, but even then that's a hero that doesn't particularly like armor too. And I feel like if this is a game which we have seen in the past, you can just go for a bunch of auras and rely on Lina just to carry the game in the end when you just buff her up. That's something that Slardar could have done. But like you said, there's two wolves. You went down one route, there was the potential for another, but I feel like this route is still great. You're saying a lot of the strengths for the Enigma. I 100% agree. We'll just have to see, what JG is able to get. You said before as well to end the draft, like you saw some strengths with Geek Fam and you also like their draft too. What do you feel like it is in particular for you that you like about Geek Fam's draft?
It just looks ugly to play against. Like,
Okay.
it's just a feeling sort of a thing. Not like you look at them and you're like, okay, these guys have very limited amount of stuns. It's not, but they have some objective taking. They can't even reach the Lina easily, right? Like you see it and then you're like, okay, maybe the Slash gets a blink. Brewmaster gets a decent lane. He can split, follow her around, pressure her, and you can take a lot of the map very early on. Like you can take a lot of the map with the primal split and with Lash Edict. I feel like you have some options. I still like Neon's draft a bit more, but even with Enigmas, with Slardar, I would have felt even more in their favor. But okay, let's see how they play. It's Dota after all. The games are much easier when your draft is good, but they're not won in the draft.
All comes down to execution now in the end, and we'll see. Both sides have been looking very good through the qualifiers, like we were mentioning to start the series. We do have to keep in mind it is a bit of a new look at Geek Fam with Rage Potato. We casted a series quite recently where we saw Geek Fam actually play, and we were very impressed with Rage Potato.
You remember our casts? That's so sweet.
They're not all that bad.
Some of them are okay, I guess.
No, I'm trying to.
Most of them I try to forget, but some of them are all right.
What tournament did we just do? Was it APL? I'm trying.
Elite League, right?
Yeah. I'm forgetting even what tournament it was. So I remember the cast, but the tournament is
that's a good thing. That means that Dota is healing. It's in a decent spot, Like there are tournaments happening, like many of them. But just remember what was going on in the last couple of years. You had one league, and that's it. I mean, CM top lane, he might die. Let's see.
She will indeed. First blood's going to be picked up. Bombi will find it. Double range lane. And Geek Fam really don't have an easy way to be able to address the Eidolons. So seems like this lane is going to continue to get even easier for Neon to play.
Yeah. Unless you make some big mistakes with JJ. Like if he steps out of position or something like that. And then gets run at by Lifestealer and CM. But Nike, LSC didn't get any Orb of Venom or something like that. Lina.
Oops. Why weren't you watching bottom?
My bad.
Alright, we can...
It's on me.
Yeah, it is. At least the observer was able to catch it. I just didn't want to interrupt you speaking.
You should interrupt me. I love
I'm trying to hide that I didn't see it. It's okay. We'll pretend like we caught Chidori getting caught under the tower. But it's a nice kill for them to be able to find.
It was the Shadow Poison as well. Like this hero is in most of the games that I'm watching is kind of crazy. Shadow Demon doing really well in many different hands. I've seen Lifestealer top lane. Holy cow, he's being really bullied. No region on him as well. Like this top lane feels already kind of lost for him.
Do you have a current preference on a 4 or 5 Shadow Demon? Do you think it really even matters?
I think like historically 5 Shadow Demon made more sense because of the way you position yourself, because of the way you play the lane. It's easier too. Like you're playing closer to your tower, so you have more space to chase someone down with Shadow Poison as well if necessary. Usually you have a bit more freedom when it comes to TPs and disrupt rotations, like just saving someone. Overall, I like it more as a fight.
Okay. Speaking of the Shadow Demon though, does go down bottom lane. Castaway's being a really big nuisance here with the Centaur. It was just nicely done from Chidori to be able to swing on over and offer that initial stun so Castaway can get in range. And once he gets the boots, the at least movement speed advantage that SD's playing with won't really be too much of a factor anymore.
Be a bit easier. Land those stuns. By the way, did you see Cox and... Oh, yeah, never mind. He has Urn. He was queuing up drums. I was like, okay, this is something a bit different from the Brewmaster, but Bracer Urn is very standard. Run-of-the-mill build. He becomes much stronger right now if he had the Shadow Demon to play with. But as the too busy stacking up.
Are you surprised at how even this mid lane is? I thought the Lesh might be a little more favored, but I suppose it's probably a skill-based matchup.
I think it's not really that much about skill, but about the build that all the Leshraks are doing right now with Edict maxed out. It probably changes the lane a bit, right? Because you're not as strong in the lane, but you're much better chasing targets down and taking towers. So in the lane, if Mars is just sitting within the creeps, like Edict isn't really gonna do a lot.
Bottom lane, Chidori. We're gonna have some action onto the Lina though. I mean, both side lanes are getting gone on. Looks like they'll be able to catch up the Castaway out of the tower. So nice rotation out of Mac. And I mean, a lot of this was set up because of the observable that scouted out Castaway coming through the portal. So that gave time for Geek Fam to rotate Mac in. CDR? And yeah, now I mean, now they're going bottom. And he's got 5 poison stacks. And with Mac nearby, he's going to have to try and LSA his way out of the trees. But he's taken far too long to get some distance away from the rotation out of the Leshrac. So Mac is all right. I mean, that is incredible.
I'd be so pissed if I was Lina. I'd be so damn pissed because I don't know if you noticed, the reason he dies is because the creeps are blocking him. The neutrals, the 2 mud golems were blocking him, and he wanted to run south, but he couldn't, and they blocked him like 3 times in a row. Oh man, that's like one of those worst deaths. It's like you shout out Gaben's name as you die.
Don't say his name in vain though. Come on, Gaben, we need a patch. I dislike so much that. Oh, maybe not so much, but the fact that Lesh can like get 1 kill and then with 1 Diabolic Edict maxed out, he can just take a tower. Like, where's his bottom tower now? It's just not there. CM. Mid lane, yeah, CM. Rainer from Ken. Are they gonna have the damage? Oh no way! And our Cox is even here. What is going on? Neon's early game. Yep. It's just every move is not working out for them at all.
Very nicely done. I feel like that's every scam team with Leshrac looks this way to me. I don't know, just moves way too fast, takes objectives. Yeah, nicely done. I don't know, I don't think Diabolic Edict is really the biggest issue.
Offlane now? Oh, Centaur's dead to the river. They're also going to be getting a kill onto the offlane Enigma as well. So first split of the game, Cox looking to try and combine with Natsumi. I don't even know what to say, man. What's happening this game? Like, your offlane was going great for JG. You make one rotation, then his lane loses, then Lesh goes through the portal, then they win bot lane off that rotation, then they get kills in the mid lane, so that lane's lost as well, and now it's like disaster territory.
Yeah, I'm really not that surprised seeing the Enigma pick. This was bound to happen. You just don't have an offlaner that's very active at the moment. This Enigma just needs to constantly bully, constantly pressure, but the moment there's a rotation on him, like, it just dies. So not only on him, but he can't really rotate easily because you need to bring your Eidolons and whatnot most of the time at least. Yeah, they're just way more active on Geek fan, but it's 3k advantage. 9 minutes in, it's significant. It's like boots on every hero, right? Translated into gold. But overall, not too terrible. You're still in the game. It's just like, you asked this question, I believe you asked it in the draft as well. Where's the damage coming from? And I don't see it as well. Bombi needs to steal something really nice from Lesh. And one other thing is CDR, he can't be this AFK Lina that everyone likes to play. Usually if you see this Lina, she's just like, yeah, I'm chilling. Guys, you fight, I'm gonna chill. They have a lot of control between the Mars and Enigma, but these heroes, Mars with Titans, definitely, he can bonk you to death, but he needs something extra early on.
At least they will be able to open up the map a little bit with that tower going down. So the big thing for Neon is going to be how much farm JG can get. You know, he has his flags now, but would you even hate if he just goes like straight Blink BKB, or are there other items he needs before these?
I feel that's all completely fine. That's what I would do. Vlad's into, like, Vlad's allows you to farm in the pusher, and then you get Red Bull with Blink BKB, and I feel like that's completely good. I think that's even, I would argue, necessary. Some Enigmas right now go for drums, boots, and burying, but I feel it's a bit of a grief if you do that in a game in which you're not countered at all.
We do see Leshrak's net worth just continues to skyrocket after that stack claim top lane. JG, nice TP. Very good read. It's going to be able to avoid the rotation out of Cox along with Rage Potato through the portal, so it is a little bit of time wasted. They might get cast away though if Cox does rejoin Rage Potato. I think they scouted out the poison though, so it looks like both the Lina and the Centaur's fine.
Yeah, that's something we talked about, right? Like their catch on Dire. They have some catch, but okay, let's see.
They're gonna get him. And that's just continuing to farm inside the area. Rage Potato and Cox. Just the two heroes they're required to be able to rotate and bring the Lina down. She might get a return kill, but the stun comes out at a perfect timing. Prevent those last couple of right clicks, and these are deaths you really cannot have. Again, this game, Neon need a super farmed Lina.
Yep. These are deaths that hurt her. Slow her down a bit. It's not the end of the world if she dies, but it's still, like, I look at this Radiant, I'm surprised at how much they're actually able even to do at the moment. They are actually getting some map, right? Some map control at least. Nothing great, but they're rotating in the Enigma as well. Let's see. Yeah, with the Eidolons, just take the tower down, that's it. Well, recovering a bit, you know? Or at least keeping the map rate difference at the same level. Cox almost has a relic, by the way.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah, well, alright. So, and this is one downside of the Brewmaster going Radiance that we have seen somewhat regularly, is your inability to take fights in the early game. It's like purely reliant on Primal Split, and people have been able to address that weakness, but of course, I mean, Neon playing behind are unable to do so. So you've got Cox who's just free farming. You've got a Lifestealer we haven't spoken about for a while. He's going Radiance too, so they will have double Radiance, which is
kind of bad.
It's not as it is not as bad as what it used to be.
Still kind of
bad. It is still kind of bad, yes.
Yeah. By the way, inebriation, that's like getting drunk, right? Is it? Or am I crazy?
Yeah, yes, I believe inebriated is.
Inebriated, yeah. So Brewmaster is... Where was it? I was just reading this. Oh yeah. I was just reading his tooltips. It's like the master of the Order of Oyo, the Brewmaster. And he also claims his place in the master of in the mastery of.
Where are you
inebriation.
reading this?
It's on his Drunken Brawler. Like there's a small little added segment.
Yes, I see. Yeah.
Imagine if you
Yeah.
if you're the master of getting drunk. Like that's your mastery. I mean every slab ever, but yeah. Again?
Oh, it's just the CM, and the kill's not going to be clean as well because Rage Potato with the banishment. What?
Or-
It's really not clean. Spear goes through the wall and disaster again. Every
She?
single move
Sigma?
has not worked out at all for Neon.
Lina
It's
as
just
well.
one mess after the other. The timing's a little off the mark, but it really doesn't matter in the end. It's a triple kill for Mac, and
Yep.
oh, this is going to be so frustrating.
Yep, like you look at this Neon's draft at the beginning, right? And you feel like, yeah, there's this big black hole and Marcelina and Lina is gonna hit and yeah, but how do you get to that point? That's the only issue. You need to get to it. Enigma, keeping mid, let's see. They have no arena though. Like you just have to have such a clean game.
Oh, they're not
to
even going to
get
get
to
in.
that point. Yeah, he's fine. He's out. You have to have like a clean game, and also you have to dodge Geek Fam so much early on. It's hard, but you know there's a blink now on JG, so it will be a little bit easier for them. Never
Yeah.
count an Enigma out of a game, like never. That's one thing to learn.
Do you like the... I mean, he's going for the Ag shot, so a bit of a pit stop for the Enigma. We have seen this... You know, there's been like multiple iterations of Enigma where you can just be the aura, like I think the TI where Tundra one, where you just kind of the aura hero and you don't play off Black Hole. Of course, we've seen Blink BKB Black Hole. We've also seen a little bit of like the Blink Ag shot where you can act as like because the Ag shot Melphis stuns for quite a long duration if you're lacking catch and or some like weak initiation for pickoff. So do you kind of like this pit stop that JG is going for?
I'm not sure how I feel about it. It's a nice stun to have, like a bit of an additional, but I feel like getting that BKB just changes the way the game is played. Changes it absolutely, so I'd rather see an earlier BKB, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
And then maybe
Yeah,
you can get the shards from the Tormentor.
Because it feels we're already at like desperate times for Neon. And they're gonna lose another hero. Bombi just giving away his life at the front of the T2 tower. So another
Hold
easy
on,
kill
he's
for
gonna
Geek
make
Fam
them
to do.
work.
Oh, space for Lina. What has she got? Maelstrom, Falcon Blade, BKB next item for Dory. I really wonder what the damage items are going to be for her. If she feels like an MKB is going to be required because of the Radiance. I was also thinking maybe Natsumi might go Helbert this game, but it looks like Sanjin Yashra is what he has queued up. So, yeah, MKB and like, where's the Daedalus going to come in as well for Chidori? I don't know if you go both of them, but I'm very intrigued on what the item build's going to be.
Yeah, depending on the Maelstrom.
Is under attack.
If she turns that
Dire's
into Lightning or
bottom tower is
Mjolnir
under
as well. We'll see. That way, they are...
Radiant's
Natsumi
top tower
might
is under
get
attack.
caught here. They have Black Hole, but Shadow Demon right by his side. No Aether Lance and Shadow Demon, but still can save versus Black Hole easily. Yeah, 7k advantage, 17 minutes, 18 minutes in. Not a bad timing. armor, 2 radiances. It bugs me. I have to admit, it
Dire's
still
bottom
bugs me.
tower is under attack.
Even Brewmaster with an urn and radiance bugs me a bit. But
Tato?
not bad. Yeah, Bombi.
Is this a fight they want to take though from Neon? They do have a decent cliff forward, but JG, it has to be a perfect black hole for them to find a way into the game, and
Oh,
it
they
might
caught him!
be
They caught him!
on to 2, and all the valuable cores at that, but Mac, he's okay. The damage from the Lina is just not good enough. You get some big kills nonetheless. Ken was able to assassinate SD on the back line, and he TP's out too, so it's alright. It's a 2 for 2, but you get some much needed gold and experience for Chidori. Unfortunately, still, the Lesh and Lifesteal are alive, so they will make an assault onto the T2 tower.
Radiant's middle
Yep,
tower has
and
fallen.
he also traded Black Hole for no split, right? Like Brewmaster didn't manage to split, so it's decent. Like your Lina didn't die, which is very important. She survived. She got some farm off of that. But
Radiant's
the
courier
game right
has
now
been
is
killed.
back to that state in
Radiant's
which
courier
Enigma
has
is.
been killed.
Let's see. Actually, you know, because of this situation,
Can they kill Mac? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, again. Like this time something goes their way in the last team fight. You have a decent trade and then you just kind of jump in with 2 heroes and now it's just another
Radiant's
objective
top
for Geek
tower is
fam.
under attack.
It's the same 2 heroes that died in that fight as they die again, so they're you know, just AFK for a bit. This Slash hero is kind of dumb at the moment now.
Radiant's top tower
Every
has
time I
fallen.
see him in my games as well, he's dominating.
Radiant are scanning.
By the way, I just wanna talk about the shard on Enigma. In a situation such as this one, in which you kinda use your black hole, right? The shard feels decent. At least there's something that you can do in these fights. Like you're useful. In general, though, you'd rather just be farming, getting that BKB. Smoke up. They should know, right?
Good know. They do split away. 2 down to the south, 2 to the north. Mac gets a glimpse of Bombi
Radiant's
Tormentor,
courier
right?
has
Probably.
been
Let's
killed.
see.
and Wisdom, I would imagine.
And Wisdom, yeah. And Tier 2. And the base. And the throne.
Radiant's top tower
And all the
is under
objectives they
attack.
would want. They're in such a good position for them not really to worry a whole lot about the counter offense from Neon.
Oh, they snatched up. I was thinking maybe if Radiant would attempt to sneak a rush or the enemy tormentor here, but there's this tier 1 tower. You just haven't taken enough objectives to do anything sneaky on the map. Fox is infested.
To see him? Well, they will see him now. Well, a pick up for them. It is just a measly position 5.
Tower is under attack.
Not really the biggest kill.
You're kind of happy as a 5 when you die like that. You know, it's better me than anyone else. They found me, whatever. They needed, like they infested, they're probably gonna kill someone on the map. But there's also this big boy, this big raging potato in the pit.
Dire's top tower
Roshan.
is under attack.
Probably ages on less, right? You would imagine?
Yeah, I think it's... I mean, is he really gonna die? I don't even know, honestly. Probably better on Lash. But I have a feeling Natsumi has more chances of dying than Lash. Lash.
Dire's top tower is
With
under
this
attack.
Bloodstone, how does he even die? In some massive black hole. And Shadow Demon needs to be caught together with him. It's...
Speaking of the SD, he's scouting out Ken's position with this invis.
Dire's top tower is
I think
under
everyone,
attack. Dire's top
I mean, some
tower
people
has
TP
fallen.
top and some people down bottom actually don't have a TP. Ken actually jumped in. He now has to stampede to get out. He might have to pop BKB though, and yeah, this is your, I guess it was your second use of the BKB.
Scam? Down bot. Maybe they can kill him. This CDR and Scan just pass each other.
Okay, yeah. Saw him. Detection?
No
No
detection.
vision? No Natsuma's here? Oh, they're not even gonna kill the CM. They can't kill. Okay, they won't get Bombi at least. I thought Bombi was gonna die.
This Cox, man, he wants to be everywhere. He buys his travels as his next item after the Radiance. Not even a shard, which is very interesting to me.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Guess travels first. I really feel like you need that shard.
Radiant's bottom tower has
Brew.
fallen. Dire's courier has been killed.
Seems like it might be that high ground siege. How close to BKB are we? Enigma still requiring one more component.
If he didn't have the shard, he'd have it.
Yep.
He'd be right next to it.
Let's see how much this is going to hinder them with this potential defense. Some people aren't even coming back. I guess they did cut bottom though. So Castaway done a pretty good job.
Radiant's bottom
They are also cutting mid too. So eventually this backdoor protection will kick in.
Yep.
Gonna be fast enough though?
Radiant's
Oh,
structures
where is
are
it?
fortified.
They're begging for it. There we go.
They're getting the range at least. I'm not sure with Edict could they get the melee. Probably not, so. Run back. Nice little creep skipping. I don't think they could have taken that fight. Like, they couldn't objectively take that fight, so. They skip a bit, Enigma is gonna be level 12 and with the BKB most likely before the next fight happens.
Do you think even with BKB they can fight into ages, or they still just need to avoid for the next 2 minutes? Alright, screw it, let's take a fight. It's a good start onto the Shadow Demon. They're all pumped as 3, but your Enigma isn't here to follow up. And now Chidori's using a BKB to TP up with the damage. It's far too much. Bombi's gonna get run down as well. I mean, at least they don't have long death timers, but it's not gonna
Yes.
matter without.
That's the silver lining. We're so under-leveled, we respawn fast.
Under attack.
Oh my god, you're huffing on that copium really hard, man.
They disagree.
No, I
They're
don't
up soon.
disagree. It's definitely a good thing that they're up soon, but not for the reasons that they'd like.
Radiant's middle tower is under
This
attack.
is. How are they missing creeps again? What the hell is going? Okay, creeps are down at the bottom. That was terrible. What the hell was that? Enigma is still top. Like the dude still doesn't have BKB, and they're forcing the fight next to the tier 2 instead of waiting on high ground. Just a little while longer for Enigma to finish it off. I mean,
Dire's courier
yeah,
has been killed.
yeah, just
Radiant's middle
some
barracks
weird
has
stuff
fallen.
that happened.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Trigger happy Ken, I suppose. Ken is going for the bonk build though, which is something I'm really enjoying right now. I want to see this game continue, because he's going for the bonk. Revenant's Brooch queued up, next item Rapier afterwards on Mars.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
We're so
Best
in
build.
fast.
Dire's top tower is
It is
under
definitely an interesting one. Obviously, he's still going to need quite some time to be able to get these items. He also might be scouted out if he goes for another wave, but Cox's going to reveal himself. You want Mac? He just... Anyone he sees is a free target. GG? GG?
That's the BKB. Now they can push. Now they can actually... oh, they need the tier 2, but that's it.
I think he jumped in because the gem was on the deck. I believe Rubik had a gem.
Nah, he jumped in. He did have a gem, but he jumped in because Rubik had infest. So he was trying to save him.
Okay,
He was
yeah.
trying to give him a target to infest, right? I think that's the case.
Yeah,
Ah,
that makes more
in
sense.
In any case, they don't have a BKB for 60 more seconds. This is a tier 2 for sure. A wisdom rune on 28 and maybe even upside. Let's see.
And it is a hope and a prayer for the boys on Neon that somehow Geek fam slip up
is under attack.
and group up for this big black hole that JG's looking for, even without BKB. We'll see if he can find it. Maybe they can bait the wisdom rune.
Is full dire.
They placed their own ward inside the lane though. They're gonna place another now to scout out, but it's just Mac there currently.
Does he want to go in? Back. No ages. They just split and edicts, right? How do you fight into this?
Another ward. And another D ward. Oh boy. Over poke, nothing crazy. Potato will cleanse off.
Waiting the split, I guess, right? And then you go and maybe fight. Even the problem with Ken's Broach for me and the build that he went for it's nice, but usually when you want to see a Mars do this is when he's really high leveled. Then he gets closer to that level 25, and you know the crit is insane. But it's fine.
Yeah, this has just been quite the performance from Geek Fam. Start to finish, movement's been clean. Yeah, a little bit sloppy for them, and Geek Fam are a very good team to be able to punish a team that makes mistakes. So again, we'll see what they can do. I mean, really, it's just one fight left. You want that Blink BKB fight, which you really don't have vision to take these fights, though, which makes it incredibly difficult. And you need someone to go in first, which is definitely going to be Ken or Castaway's role, to just go in, create some chaos, and maybe hope JG can get multiple.
They know where Mac is. So this smoke might even work. Let's see. The scout was nice. Three of them are clumped up, kinda. They should know now, though.
Has been killed.
It was also kind of split as well. I mean, Cox is farming bottom, Natsumi's farming top, so it wouldn't
Cox
have been
has
the
travels.
worst.
Yeah,
That's true.
That's good travels with Kindred, but I still feel that's a fight that they should have taken. The only problem is, like, you would be taking it into the enemy vision. That's not good. But this is way harder now. Let's see.
Again, it's up to Ken to start. Mac's actually going to look to jump the back line. Early use of the BKB. Now with the crits, it's only a small crystal, so the damage isn't really that much to threaten this Leshrac. They even infest him up as well just to repair some of the damage, so split doesn't guarantee the barracks, but you would just rinse, repeat, and do it again in 90 seconds.
Yeah, there's Ags on Lifestealer as well. So he's being a pretty big issue in these next fights. Let's see. Finally, smoke up. Mac is reading this perfectly though. Just waiting on the cliff right here as they approach. The problem is you don't want to jump. Like, who do you jump if you're listening? Oh, he even gets scouted. The smoke is broken. Oh no. Lifestealer meanwhile.
They're just gonna walk top.
Beggars.
Where's your base? Where's your base?
Boys.
Oh no.
Nice smoke, nerds. As you're hitting their axes, you know. Yeah, unfortunate for Neon at the moment. Looking rough. Nothing is working out for them. Enigma queued up a Midas.
Yeah.
I love how our two neurons are in sync, you know.
Oh, that's not good. Any other Midases? No, no others.
Well, this is a team that might be able to defend forever.
Oh no. He lost his Demon's Edge. They couldn't so many Corey snipes this game.
He didn't lose it, he just got delayed. It's like,
Yeah, okay.
you know, when you're about to get the gift, but you delayed, so you look forward to something for longer.
That's...
He just delayed the
about
gift.
the cope before. And that is cope.
Castaway's gonna
That's...
die.
He's alright. JG's gonna die. That's not alright though. In BKB can also Stampede, and I guess that'll do the trick. I might just jump in. No, it won't do the trick. And now you're going to probably lose Chidori as well. And that'll just be all she wrote. You might get one last hope of a BKB Black Hole, but no one's going to be there to get the damage inside. Miss on the spear as Mac is just dancing inside their base. They have not had an answer for the Leshrac this game. 14-0. GG.
Oh.
That's an okay one. They're going to be able to get the spear importantly onto the Shadow Demon, but they are far too ahead. Rampage for Mac on his Leshrac. A tip is well deserved for the performance as Geek Fam just annihilate Neon in game 1.
Yeah, that looked very clean and very easy for Geek Fam.